Good morning, Green Light the Day family. This is Kelly. Happy Monday. I'm going to get right down to business because I have a lot to say. I'm feeling better, so I can say it. Okay. I had watched, Janie had shared an interview at Stanford University of Oprah Winfrey on career, life, and leadership. And I'm going to post the interview down at the bottom. So any of you that like to watch it, highly recommend it. It's long. It's a little over an hour and 4 minutes, but worth every minute that you watch. Okay, so let me get started. I'm going to be talking about quotes that I took from the whole interview because there were just so many. Even more, I just wrote a couple down because I could be here all day talking about this. So she talks about her definition of luck, Oprah's definition of luck, is preparation meeting opportunity. I really like that because I often say, I don't know if I believe in luck so much as people taking advantage of opportunity and sometimes recognizing an opportunity, paying attention. You know, I'm learning as I grow that being in the moment and paying attention is so important on so many different levels, whether it's paying attention to how I'm feeling or how something or someone is making me feel and going from there, or paying attention to the opportunities that are in front of me and around me and how to make them work for me. You know, I used to get so caught up in what's not working that sometimes I just need to see, well, what is working? You know, is it all that bad? You know, there are many good things that are going on around me, even amongst the chaos. Then she says, your connection to yourself is what fuels what you do. Everyone has a calling, supreme moment of destiny. And she goes further into talking about really knowing yourself. Really knowing yourself. And I've been talking a lot recently about being honest with myself. So I believe that this is something that happens over many, many years and lots of work. But I really want to get there. Really want to get there. And hope and pray that someday to use my talents and the gifts that God gave me to enjoy what I do occupationally. Because I don't right now. It's a means to an end for me. That's a whole nother vlog. Life is bigger than that moment. And I love that too, because how many of us have found ourselves in a moment that didn't feel so good, or felt like we made a mistake or a bad decision? And to have the perspective of life is bigger than that moment. I have also learned that I can't just see that moment. Sometimes I need to look at the big picture. And in looking at the big picture, that moment is just a blink of an eye. I hope I'm making sense to you because I hope I'm conveying myself properly. She then goes to say there are no mistakes. And I totally agree that a mistake is just an opportunity to learn, to move forward. You know, there really are no mistakes. I love, she says, you do not know what you do not know. How true is that? You don't know what you don't know. It's just, I've never stopped to really think about that. You know, I have been enlightened by so many of you and have the light bulb moments, as Oprah would talk about. And again, it's just eye-opening and perspective. It's very wow for me. Um, she also talks about staying in her lane, that she has been so successful because she has stayed in her lane and she listens to her gut. She does the things that she knows within her core to be right, and has said that her gut has never steered her wrong. And I love, she says, she has an emotional GPS system, that when something doesn't feel right, then it's time to move on or get out. You don't have anything to give that you don't have. You have to keep yourself full. That was awesome and profound, because there was a question at the end of the whole interview, and someone had asked her, how do you balance selflessness with selfishness? And so many of us, especially as parents, are taught not to be selfish and put our kids first. And then she did start with, okay, the analogy of putting the oxygen mask on the plane on yourself before you put it on your child, because you have to be okay so that your child is okay. But she went a step further, saying, you don't have anything to give that you don't have, so you have to keep yourself full. And I love that analogy. That analogy was so good, because it's okay to do for yourself. You know, and then she went on to say, I'm not afraid to honor myself. Amen, sister. It's okay to honor yourself, to do things for you, because when you're happy, then people around you can be happy. You have to love yourself, feel good about yourself. And I do believe that. How can I teach others how to treat me? So how is another person going to know to treat me well if I don't treat myself well? You know, positive self-talk is so important to me. Another quote is, failure is just that thing trying to move you in a new direction, which goes along with there are no mistakes. And I love that. Once again, failure is just that thing trying to move you in a new direction. Just teaching you to look at things differently, take another perspective. Then she also says, your life, you have to know what sparks the light in you so that you, in your own way, can illuminate the world. It's another one. That's the first quote that starts the interview. You have to know what sparks the light in you so that you, in your own way, can illuminate the world. And once again, for me, this goes back to knowing who you are. And to me, that requires a lot of honesty. And that's not always simple. To be honest with yourself, true with yourself, to look in the mirror and really have honest conversation. You know, I've been doing a lot of this, and I talk a lot about how it's been difficult for me to get down to the really nitty-gritty, to the surface, and truly honest with myself and my decisions, and facing them, taking ownership. And last but not least, your connection to yourself is what fuels you to do. Your connection to yourself is what fuels what you do. Everyone has a calling, supreme moment of destiny. I think I read that one, but there's so much more in this interview. I just felt so moved and empowered from the interview. Just huge respect for Oprah, you know, who came from no money and created a meaningful life for herself against many odds. So, to me, she's inspiring. And I love that she has used her platform to help others and spread positivity. And as Janie would say, bringing it all back to love. That's what it's about. Being kind to ourselves and to others. And that's how I'm going to go green light my day and my week. And I'm really going to have to watch this myself a couple of times, because I know that I am facing a very difficult week. I don't need to go any further than that, whether it be professionally or personally. And watching this is going to help me and remind me I'm stronger than I think I am, and I can do this. And I can do it intelligently, respectfully, and the thing I need to work on the most is in a loving manner. You know, from a place of love. Understanding that when people lash out, it's because they're hurt. Okay, wish me luck, and I hope you all have a great week and go greenlight your day, guys. Bye.